Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Hello. Just 1 second. Okay, hello everybody. Renzo here. Hello Sabni, hello Dita, hello Michael, hello Jonas, hello Chris, hello Maggie. Okay, let me know if you can hear me okay, please. Okay, let's paint. I have here titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium orange hue, cadmium red hue, permanent alizarin crimson, cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, and ivy black. Let's paint this beautiful image. Okay, I always work with synthetic brushes, different brushes. I have some angle brushes, filbert, flat, round brushes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna sketch first. Hello Enrique, hello Monique. Okay, very nice that everything is okay. Just 1 second, just 1 second. Okay, just moving little things here. Just wait for me just a second, please. Okay, let's sketch. I was just okay. First, let me see the photograph. I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of red. Okay, I'm gonna sketch with red. Let me see position of the head around here. Now using red because everything is green, you know, and I have the idea of painting her hair red, just to create contrast. Everything green, red here, it would be pretty nice. And obviously it's a small amount of red, everything is green. Let me see. As always, I'm checking out proportions. That's a must for me. I gotta do it every time. In this way, I'm pretty sure about the position of the eyes, nose, and mouth, and the structure of the face. Okay. I'm using linseed oil, just linseed oil, just that. Sometimes I use linseed oil with turpentine, but not today, just linseed oil. Okay, the neck is here, the rest is kind of like a pretty dark blue and in greens. What's the name of these leaves? I don't remember. Okay, anyway, everything is darker, and greenish up. Okay, we have obviously a focal point. That's the face. We don't have too much color on the face. I could add more color if I want. I have light here, everything in shadow, and light up here. Okay. Now first I'm gonna paint, let's say, the background. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, moving my images here. I have to move the image to be able to read the comments, and then I have to put the image back on top of YouTube to see the photograph. Lily pad. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Monique. Thank you, Maggie. Hello, Carol. We missed you, Carol, on the paint party. We're gonna mix this pretty dark. It's kind of gray, bluish dark. I'm mixing ivory black, ultramarine blue, a touch of white, a little bit of linseed oil, and I'm not using too much paint. At the very beginning, if you start painting with, if you're painting on top of a white canvas, definitely I would suggest to use more paint. Because right now on a white canvas, it could be so easy to see the white. These colors could be too transparent. But when you paint on a gray, on a toned canvas, it's kind of easy just to get to the darks faster. Let me see. There's a lily pad here, lily pad here. The hair. Here. Neck. Mandible. More hair. Okay, let's see the comments. Okay, okay, Carol saying hi, Rosa came but couldn't get in. Oh, oh, we stayed there painting on the paint party for like 3 hours. I gotta check out my email. Maybe you came into the party like a little bit later. Okay, let's say we end up like at 11. 11 that would be Eastern time. That means that for you that would be like 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. I think. Hello Eric. Hello Vishal. We're speaking about a paint party that we're planning to have like once a week or maybe twice a week. Yeah, I mean it's not for everybody. It's for just for my patrons, and it's just to paint. Paint and just hang out and paint and chat about anything, which is different from the regular lessons. The paint alone lessons. Okay, let's see. Need more paint. I'm squinting down my eyes right now. I'm trying to see the size of the head. Okay, I'm gonna paint the a greenish color now. Let's start with ultramarine blue and cadmium yellow. I have another yellow here that maybe I'm gonna use it. It's chrome yellow hue. And I'm gonna put it here. Maybe I'm gonna use it sooner than I thought. With this chrome yellow hue and, for example, cerulean blue, we can get a really intense green. Let me show you. Okay, you see, it's pretty intense. Okay, I don't need this color here, but maybe I would need a little bit just to mix with this green because it's just too dark. But let's see. Right now, you know that just establishing the colors. It's not my intention at the beginning to get like really close to the colors. I just wanna close enough. This is gonna be this green. That's it. I know that this green is a little bit different from the photograph, but that's okay. That's just the first layer. I'm gonna be able to change it. Hmm. Hello, Linda. Hello, Dita. I think I told you hello already. Don't remember. Okay, let's see. Let's continue with the green. The image is in the description box. Usually I found the images on Pinterest. Or I think I found this in Pexels. Pexels is like there's a website that is kind of pretty famous, like Pixabay, I think, which we can find like free photograph. I think I found this in Pexels that's kind of similar to Pexels.com. P-A-I-X-I-L-S. To be honest, I don't remember. I found this image like a week ago. I was planning to paint like maybe this like 2 days ago, but I wasn't able to do it. Okay. Now for the skin color, you can see the photograph. It's kind of there is no skin color. It's pretty gray, and just the nose, the mouth, and on the eyes we can see a little bit of a reddish color. Okay, I'm going to just simplify this and let me show you what I'm planning to do. For example, let me see first. Light and shadow. Okay, we have light in this side and shadow here. Yeah. Okay, when you see a skin like this, it's better to mix a gray color with yellow, red, blue, or you can use burnt umber and ultramarine blue and add white. You have gray and then you add a little bit of orange. I'm gonna simplify that to just mix white and black. I have this gray and I'm gonna add orange a little bit. Okay. Okay, this put me pretty close to this kind of really light skin color, but I don't see like color at all. It looks pretty gray. Okay, this is gonna work, but it depends. I mean, just be aware that black is a dangerous color. You can knock down any color so fast. But definitely we can use it in a case like this. I think it's gonna work pretty good. Okay, for the shadow, I'm just going to add more black, more orange. Now I have this kind of it's no color, no color at all. I have that. Now I'm planning to add to this gray, okay, a little bit more red and orange, and this is gonna be for here, here, the reddish areas that we know that we see on the in any face. Okay. Now I should add a little bit here on the cheeks, but to be honest, I don't see like any color. It's pretty subtle. But if I gotta just follow what I know, definitely there is some pink here. Even that I don't see that, but definitely, it's just because it's the anatomy. We have more blood in those areas. Okay. Now, if I'm planning to paint a red here, definitely that could affect this color too, making the face more reddish. But I don't want to do that. I love this kind of washout color, pretty pale. Okay, what about temperature? Obviously, this is a really cool color. How do you distinguish that? You see any yellow on the light? Like yellow ochre or yellow at all? No, we don't see that on the photograph. Any, if there is no warm, could be neutral, could be cool. But you have like it has a lot of white. We can just conclude that it's closer to a cool color. Okay. Okay. Hello, Enrique. Okay, thank you. Swapnil is telling me I loved your birds paintings you did a few months ago. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna complete this here. Okay, let's say that here I have established a little bit of the color. A little bit, okay? Now about values, yeah, I think that's okay too. I'm pretty close. I wanna make just the neck a little bit darker. Okay, obviously I have a focal point. Obviously, everything is kind of dark. If you squint down your eyes, you see everything is kind of dark, and we have light here. Okay, for this light, I can just uh, paint the same color, which is kind of a gray down, light gray down green. Okay, what about if I make add an accent here using this chrome yellow hue and cerulean blue? Okay, let me see. I just want to see if that works. The idea always that you paint is try to create contrast. Contrast could be between light and shadow, contrast between warm and cool colors, contrast between complementary colors. Obviously, if I have red here and everything is kind of greenish, that create contrast between complementary colors. That means that if you read any book about color theory, in order to, let's say, create a really intense red, an advice that would be surround that red with green, some kind of green. It doesn't have to be like a pure green, a variation of green. That's gonna just enhance the contrast. Either red is gonna look redder. Okay, now you find that in any color theory book. It depends. Now it depends about the balance because we all want to obviously uh, have a nice painting in terms of have a nice focal point, color harmony. Now, if it's possible for us just to make changes and get away with the changes, yep. And I always suggest change a little bit what you're painting, a little bit as a test, okay? Just testing yourself like about color harmony, all those things. It's not like you have to do it all the time. No, no. I mean, when we practice painting, a lot of things are about just copying the photograph we have in front or the model we have in front of us, copy it as much as possible. Okay, another practice is just use what you have in front of you and try to make a little change in color, okay, or move the focal point or anything. Anything that puts you on problems, definitely that's gonna help you to grow in painting. Okay, I need to screen down my eyes. One thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna darken up the shadow side of the face a little bit more. Okay. Now I have a little bit of an orange color here, more kind of purple, violish color, let's say. Here, a little bit, you know. Okay, now let's see. The hair is gonna be red, but obviously, when you paint, for example, something red like an apple, a red apple, like maybe 20% or maybe 10% of that red apple is gonna be pure red. It's the same here. It's not like I'm gonna add pure red to the whole hair. Uh, let's say that this area is gonna be darker, and here too. How dark that's gonna be? It's gonna be more like a warm or cool dark. I gotta just try that and see which one works better. Let's say this is this dark red. Cleaning my brush, I'm gonna pick up just pure red. Pure red it could be here. Okay. Let me step back. Check out. Oh, it looks pretty red. Okay, anyway, that's gonna be an option, you know. Okay. Mm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Mm. Just thinking, just thinking. Okay, let's continue. Let's say we have red here. Okay, this may be too much paint. I'm gonna take out a little bit of the paint. I don't need too much paint right now. Okay, now a dark red. Okay. Let's see. I have some green here, green, red, water. Definitely some red here on the water. Some red here too. A little bit of our reflection, reflection from the hair here and here. A reflection that we can see a reflection from the neck. We see a little bit of the neck, because of transparency on the water. And I see a little bit of a reflection. Okay. I'm gonna just make a little bit of details in the face, a little bit darker. Need to see a little bit more. Okay. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Waria. Okay. Hello, Mary. Hello, Eric. Hello, Joel, Marine. Yeah. Okay, and just hello, hilarious, Sim. What is just a quick question? What's your favorite medium to use between oil and acrylic? Okay. I'm reading more questions. Okay. I prefer. I don't know. I mean, I prefer oil paint. I paint usually with more oil paints than acrylics. But it's not like I love one more than the other. When I painting with acrylics, I just love the material at the moment what I'm using. Yeah? And when I paint with oils, yeah, the same. It's not like well, I gotta say that just one thing that sometimes I wish, especially when I paint Alla Prima, I wish that oil paint just dries faster in some areas when I cannot get to the darks. And that happens the same when I paint with acrylics. I wish the acrylics dry slower in some areas, but it just for smaller areas. When I paint with acrylics, I want the acrylics dry faster. That's what I want. I want the acrylics do what they usually do, just dry faster. I don't expect them to dry slower. And with oil paints, it's the same. Yeah, basically the same. Checking out the eyes. The material that definitely, if I gotta say that I'm more afraid to try is watercolor. I have painted a lot with pastels. I have so many pastels portraits on my channel, like maybe 10 or more than 10. I love, I mean, that was the first material that I used. In fact, when I was in the School of Art and I started to work painting commissions, I started painting just pastels commissions. It wasn't about oil paint. It was I think I painted commissions for a year when I was a student in the second year of the School of Art. It was about just pastels. I still have a set of that I used. I'm speaking about 3 years ago, and I still have a set of those pastels. They are just right here. Let me show you. You're not gonna find this anywhere. I went back to this store 3 years ago where I bought this. I couldn't find them anymore. And I don't need, oil paints is something that we kind of go back always in paint with oil paints, but pastel is something that you really need to love. I think, pastels to use them, because it could be really a little bit more difficult. Okay, one thing here I noticed, I don't know if you can see the image, this side of the lip, upper lip, is just thicker than this side. Okay, since I don't want to capture, I mean, I want to capture a little bit of the likeness, but I don't care that it's perfect or not. I'm just gonna make both sides just equal. Okay. One thing important about the eyes, to get the roundness on the eyes. It's pretty clear when you see the photograph that we feel something is below the upper eyelid, something that is spherical, round. I was speaking about materials, and yeah, I have tried pastels, I have tried oil acrylics, I have tried watercolor too, but not like a lot, just for just for some paintings. But I remember I have some friends that they used to work just with watercolors, and I remember one of my friends told me about a guy that this guy used to go to Peru to buy watercolors, you know, uh, and even knowing that even that time I remember that I needed some money, even knowing that it wasn't enough just to push me to paint watercolor like a professionally. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's too much. Just we gotta change our mindset when we switch between oil paints and acrylics. Okay, but the switch to watercolor is like a huge jump. Yeah, that's kind of difficult. Hello, Patricia. Thank you so much, Patricia Perez. Okay, hello, AAGR School. Thank you. Nikki saying I want to learn more about painting water and oceans. That's pretty nice. Hmm. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's see. Let's see the symmetry on the face. Okay, remember, every time that you have a doubt, try to simplify. Straight line, straight, straight, and you simplify. Trace if you want the center line of the face, a line for the eyes, mouth, nose. For the mouth, is in the base of the mouth. Okay. Now about volume, remember, we it doesn't matter what you paint, you need to. It doesn't matter what face you paint, what position. We need to create the illusion that there is a sphere inside here, and here the same sphere. The nose is another spherical form. Okay, and usually when we paint a portrait, we have light coming from up. That means that's gonna create some shadow, 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 like steps on a ladder. Okay. Try to remember that shadow, shadow, shadow on the upper lip, shadow below the mouth, shadow here. In this way, when you're painting and you kind of, let's say, you don't see some things on the photograph because you get distracted, or maybe your observation is not strong enough. Now, knowing these things, that's gonna be a help for you to but you gotta kind of, even you can take notes about that, like the shadow below the mouth is there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, good. The shadow on the chin is there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, because I have seen, I mean, so many times that uh, I'm gonna speak about myself from when I was younger. That I used to forget, for example, the shadow below the nose. I used to forget the shadow on the chin, and I used to paint like a chin, like light from with light from here to the edge. All this, and if you paint that, what we are doing is making this flat. Okay, we need a shadow here. Every time that we know something, let's say by heart, I mean by memory, that's gonna help us to see more. Okay. Okay, I kind of my shadows are kind of a cool color, cool violish color. I'm not so sure if I'm gonna keep it or maybe I'm gonna change it, but obviously it couldn't be just about cool colors. I have no color almost on the face. I have just some reddish areas. Yeah, I'm gonna try just to warm up the color contrast. Okay, the same like when you know about shadows, you need to know that there's not gonna be just about cool colors or just about warm colors. There's always both of them. One of those could be more subtle than the other, but both are present always. Warm and cool colors. Let's say that I'm gonna warm up the color here a little bit. Color here. Okay, here. Okay. Like we can do the same on the lights. For example, I can pick up just white for a little bit of, well, that was too much. Cerulean blue and add a highlight here. That's gonna be even a cooler highlight. Okay, let me step back. Okay, hello Eric, Double View. Hello Shaina. Hello Blanca. Hello Faux Font Fat. Okay. Hello for the people that's watching the video in Facebook. Okay, I have the face. Yeah, I need to. At the same time that we need to think always about, those shadows. Remember that the whole head is spherical. It has a spherical form. That means that, for example, the forehead, the light here is not gonna go to the edge. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit darker here, and obviously even darker here. Okay, that was too dark, but I'm gonna light up that. But obviously, we need a different difference on the value here, and that's gonna create the roughness. That's gonna make this turn. The same here. Okay, I'm gonna make the neck a little bit darker. Okay. I remember exactly. I was thinking about when I started to paint commissions as a student. I remember exactly that day and how that happened. It was one of my teachers. I was in second year, and the teacher called me like told me, "Hey, bring off some of your drawings and paintings. Somebody just to show to somebody the paintings." And I went there with my. I mean, it was just a woman that was just drinking a coffee with my teacher on the School of Art. Inside the School of Art, they have a cafeteria there, and I went there with a couple of my friends, and we showed them our drawings, you know, and we didn't know what for. I mean, it was just like, hey, hey, and then after like a week, this woman called me and he told me she told me to go to her house to see some pictures and to paint a portrait. I went there and yeah, I remember I painted like huge. No, it wasn't a huge, but it was like maybe in inches, like 30 by 40, maybe 30 by 40 inches, maybe. Let me think, 30 by 40, or maybe I think it was 40 by 50 inches. Yeah, I don't remember. It was kind of big, a huge face. Yeah. I painted a little girl. Hmm. And she kind of liked it, but not that much. Like amazing. No, no, it was. And then she showed to me a painting that she had. It was kind of a. It was a portrait, amazing portrait. It was from a. I don't remember the name of this guy, but a pro. A professional painter. And she told me, okay, you gotta paint that. You gotta get close to this level. It's kind of difficult, for another student. And what I did basically, I used that. I took a lot of pictures, and every time I was painting a portrait, a commission, I got all these pictures photographed next to me to see the colors, to see. For me, it was just this guy added some red, for example, on the cheeks. I did that. I did the same. I see, and it was kind of copying the color. And one thing I noticed that this painter, he didn't paint the line between the lips dark. It was pretty soft. I did the same on my portraits, all the commissions. I was just trying to go. I didn't know I didn't know why. I didn't know the logic about that. I didn't know that about it was because he wanted to get some softness on the face, some soft edges, and all the things that I have learned with time. And I was just copying that. Hmm. It was pretty nice for me. I was painting like a couple of portraits, I think, per week. It was about $30 or maybe $40 for each portrait. For me, it was a lot of money. You know, I spent all the money on beers. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Thank you for fund. Hello, Oscar. Hello, Mohammed. Uh, Thank you. Jonas is asking me, what do you think of the description of Alla Prima? I heard one artist say that Alla Prima can be done in a few days. I could say that it really is in one session. In a few days. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, Alla Prima it's been always about finishing a painting in one session. But you know that yeah, it's just one sitting and that's it. But you know what? Just came to my mind when I was painting on the Sierra here in Peru. It's pretty high. The altitude is pretty high, and the oil paint it doesn't dry like for like 5 days. Let's say that I leave the painting like this, pretty wet. Next day, it's gonna be exactly the same. And what if I continue painting? The painting is wet. That would be considered like a la prima yet? Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just about starting the painting and have just maybe 2, 3, 4 hours to finish up. Maybe even more. You know, you can maybe spend like 8 hours, but trying to finish up the painting in one session. Uh, it's not like we have to follow those rules. Yeah. No, I mean, if something is clear in art that all the rules have been created to be broken in art, uh, but yeah, I mean, you can spend like 8 hours in one painting and call it a prima, but more than one session, yeah. Okay, let's see. I can feel the roughness here. Yeah, I think it is. Again, yeah. And every time that I was painting those commissions, I was just copying the likeness first, you know, because people always cares about the likeness, and it's kind of pretty hard when it's because obviously when I was a student, I was able to get the likeness, but not to the point like maybe pretty close. Nowadays, I can just maybe I mean I've been painting so many years, I can get closer. But at that time, I mean, people always complains about on my work. I mean, it's always people say, "Yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty good," but something is not there. Something is not there. Yeah. And it was kind of scary every time that I got a commission. I mean, I was in my 20s, 21, and I was pretty excited to get the money from the commission, but at the same time, being like criticized, like, "Hey, something is not okay." Yeah. And I had like a couple of like really, how can I say, traumatic experiences. Just once I remember, I mean, a couple of them, but then I told about all of them, a couple of them here once. But I'm gonna repeat, if in any case you don't remember. Once I painted a portrait for a woman, yeah, and I get to her house. I was there waiting for her, and then a woman just came close to me and they said, "Oh, you're a painter." Yeah, and she saw the painting, and she was, "Oh, that's a beautiful painting." Yeah, yeah. And that was, I painted her daughter of this woman. And she didn't recognize her daughter. I say, wow, something is not gonna be okay. Yeah. Yeah, she said, like, pretty nice painting. The client is gonna be pretty happy with this painting. And I said, oh my God. I want to just get out of here to go back to continue painting this, retouching. Yeah? And then I remember she, you know, came to see the painting. Like she was with a friend, and both stared at the painting for a couple of minutes in silence, like watching the painting. And then the friend, you know, the friend, she said, "That's you. I remember you. I remember you when you were in your 20s. I remember you. That's you." And she was like, "Oh my God, that's me. Yeah, you're right." And then the mom came when she heard, like, and said, "What happened? Mom, look at the painting." And she was, "Yeah, that's me." And the mom was, "No, that's not you. That's me. You don't remember me. That was when my 20s." And the friend was like, "Shit, yes, that's you. That's you. I remember you exactly." And the mom was so, "No, that's not you. I mean, that's not you." And uh, I just, I didn't say anything. I was frozen there waiting because it wasn't my. It's like I did the painting, but it wasn't my problem anymore. It was just about debate between them. And at the end, you know, she said, "Yeah, that's perfect. How much? How much was the painting?" "Oh, yeah, that's okay. I got paid, and I ran out of there as fast as possible." It's pretty funny. Okay, I need to step back. I'm working a little bit on, volume on the face. Okay, what about the shadow here? Shadow, shadow here, shadow here. Mm, okay, light, shadow. Okay, let me try a little bit of a warmer color here. Okay, okay, let's work on the greens. I'm gonna stop here on the face a little bit. I need to see the rest. Okay. Okay. Bye, Nikki. Bye, Carol. Thank you. Um, I'm reading here. Okay. Bye, Nikki. Okay. I mean, those things happen usually when paint portraits. And the other time was when I painted three kids in pastel, and I went to this house just to deliver the painting, and they were like, "Oh wow, that's so beautiful." And then the mother of the three kids, that she was like, "Hey, I love the painting. It's pretty nice. Just one little thing. My son, the older one, and this you have copied the photograph almost perfect. She told me that, but my son has changed a little bit. His face is a little bit different." And then she called him, and when I saw the kid, wow, it was so different. You know, wow. And she said, "Do you think you can just change the face a little bit, like, you know, I would like to see him like the face that he has now. And can you do it now here with him in front of you? Like, I think that's gonna be, easier for you to do it." And I don't know why I said, yeah. I was thinking just to take the painting and get back, take use another photograph and work at home. But, as soon as she said, yeah, that's gonna be easy for you, yeah, I felt like she was challenging me, and I said, yeah. And I sat there with my pastels, and I started just put the kid in front of me. She put the kid in front of me, like, the good thing that he, the kid, he was pretty steady. He didn't move that much. But that's one difficult thing to paint a kid. You know, they used to move a lot. And he was pretty nice, pretty calm. Just stayed there, yeah, staring at me, and I was just correcting. I remember, I moved the face. I make his face grow like 1 inch, because his face was like round, and all of a sudden his face was just like pretty large, because with the age he had changed in that way. And I started to make those changes, and I was there for kind of an hour, to the point that I didn't even know if it was right or not. I was doubting a lot. I was checking out. I have the kid, just the face here. I move the portrait just pretty close to his face to kind of compare. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but I wasn't sure. I didn't have anyone to tell me anything. Nothing. Sometimes we need somebody that just to point out a mistake, anything, especially when you're in that kind of pressure. I just stayed there, and then the mother, she came by, and she saw the portrait. It was like 3, 4 people behind me for a minute, checking the portrait, and nobody said anything. I said, "Wow, that's just bad." And after like 20 minutes, they came again to see. There were like 3, 4 people around me again, on my back, checking out the portrait. But this time the mother, she said, "Wow, that's him. That's perfect." And I said, "How long is gonna take you to finish up?" And for me, it was like, wow, it was a relief. I said, just, you know, 5 minutes. I didn't do anything on those 5 minutes. I was just waiting, just, to, for the time to, pass those 5 minutes. Because as soon as she said, "That's him," for me, it was like, yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna do anything more. And I waited, and I said, yeah, that's right now is ready. I was sweating. I remember. Yeah, I remember. I was. She was like, "Do you wanna drink? Do you wanna drink something?" Yeah, I want a soda with a lot of ice. Yeah, I was drinking. Nowadays, obviously, I could say, yeah, something is wrong. I'm gonna take my painting home. I'm gonna retouch it. If somebody asks me, yeah, do it here, please. No, no way. I'm just gonna go home and then gonna retouch the painting at home. Okay. Uh, where I see some darks here, dark. The darkest dark, that's gonna be on the hair, I think. Here. I'm gonna pick up some pure black. Here and here. Yeah, that's gonna be, I think, the darkest dark. I'm not gonna make the eyes of the nose that dark, just here. The lightest light, obviously, just the face and the background. Yeah, yeah, the background. I'm gonna mix black with alizarin crimson. Okay. Now in the photograph, I see that the hair here is darker than the background. Yep. Obviously, I'm planning to paint a dark red hair. That means that it's not gonna be as dark as the hair on the photograph. Yeah, but definitely I think I'm gonna light up a little bit in this area to create contrast. Okay, let's see here and here. Okay, maybe this is too light. But anyway, let me see. I'm gonna add a little bit of ultramarine blue. I think this, what's the name of this? I forgot. I gotta scroll up. Lily pad, I think it was. Lily pad, lily pads. Yeah. Yeah, this lily pad is a little bit up. I'm gonna move it a little bit lower. Okay, let's see about adding some accents on the lily pads. Yeah, I'm gonna use this cerulean blue and chrome yellow hue. Okay, let's see. Face, definitely I have more light here. Okay, let me see if I can add an accent. Now an accent here. And here. Okay, let's see, accent, face. Yeah. An accent to this one, yeah, it could be. Okay, I'm thinking just right now that I don't want just to kind of distract. You know, we see the face, but if I move, I add highlights here, 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 everywhere. Yeah. It's just like creating small focal points. This highlight here close to the face, that's pretty good. Yep. This here too. We can see more these lily pads here. Okay, the lily pads, these ones just are pretty light, but it's a different color. There is not too much yellow on this green. It's more gray, and definitely that's gonna keep these lily pads away. You know, this area is lighter, but definitely is receding. Okay, let me think. Mm, okay, hello Adelia. Hello Sylvia. Okay, let's continue. Now, what else? I see some light on the hair. Let me see, I'm gonna use green. Why is just contrast, like I said. Okay. The hair is red and I added some green lights. Okay. Let's put more red on the hair. A little bit of red here. Okay. I want to add an accent. That means just add. It means just add more pure red because as soon as I laid down the red, obviously it got mixed with the paint is here. Everything is wet. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna read some questions. Hello, Silver Feather. Blanca is asking me. Oh no. Okay, thank you. Uh, Maybe a tail flipping up in the back. Her made tail. Oh wow! Yeah, that would be nice. Silver Feather 13 is asking me any plans on doing more digital work soon. Oh yeah. I was thinking about that just like a few days ago because I started to practice, and then I stopped. I have to continue trying. I gotta push myself to try. That's not my thing, mm, but there's a lot of possibilities with digital painting, and I haven't tried all of them. It's just like I was just on the surface, and I need to see how much I can get from digital paintings. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna try more. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I need some motivation. I mean, I was checking out a website there. I saw a lot of digital art. It's art station. A lot of digital, amazing digital art. I think you find in that website the top of the top about digital painting. Yeah, no, that's the way I got motivated. Just checking out more works, and I see something that's pretty nice, and I think, "Ah, I want to paint like that." That motivate me to paint. Yeah. My son is working with digital paintings. I was checking him. Uh, one of I was just with him the other day. He was drawing, and definitely there is a difference on the process. For him, he was like uh, he makes, let's say, he did a stroke, a brush stroke. He didn't like it, you know. He just press Control C. I think it's to go back. Control C, and again, and he was just doing that like 10 times. And I said, "Wow, that's you know." And I asked him, "That's okay? That's so many times." Yeah, that's okay. That's the way to work. Yeah, I have seen some guys doing that. but not that much. And no, that's okay. You can do that all the times you want. In painting is we just paint and correct again and again. And at the end, I was explaining to him, and all of a sudden he was like, "I want to paint with oils." I said, "What?" It was like a couple of days. Yeah, I'm gonna paint with oils. And I said, "Yeah, okay." But oil paints, no, why don't you try with gouge tempera? Why do you want me to paint with oil? No, it's not that. I mean, you paint with any material, you're gonna get the same result. You need to know about this thing about color theory, warm and cool colors. And my son was, yeah, 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 I know all of that. I heard you all the time speaking about that. Yeah, I want to learn about that. And he was painting something, a white jar. And he painted the light like kind of warm with a touch of yellow on the white, a touch of blue on the shadow. And he had a dark background. And it was there that, whoa, you know, my daughter was like, wow, that's pretty nice, this kind of glowing the color. And I said, yeah, yeah. And he was, yeah, you mentioned that all the time, like add a touch of yellow to the light. You're gonna make it warmer. Add a touch of blue to the shadow. You're gonna make it cooler. You're gonna create that illusion that the light is glowing a little bit. And I did that. I got surprised. Yeah. About now the drawing it wasn't that precise, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And now he wants to try it again. He wanna sell some paintings. He's like, hey, have you sold the painting? Yeah, I sold the painting on YouTube. That one like a couple of days ago, a month ago. He was, yeah. And do you think if I can sell one of my paintings? I said, I don't know. I mean, maybe who knows? Anything could happen. And he was, yeah, I'm gonna paint. Bring me a canvas. Now he wants to paint. I'm not proud of that. Art is not something easy, you know. Make a living of art. It could be kind of tough. But anyway, and you can tell that he's inspired by the money more than by drawing. Digital painting, yes, is more like that his age, he's 15, and that's what he does. I mean, that's what kind of stays there just drawing like a couple of hours and that's it, and then playing on the computer. But it's kind of different. I don't know what happened. Maybe I speak too much about what selling paintings, something like that around the house. Because at my time, when I was a teenager and I loved to draw, it was about how nice was my drawing. It was about, oh, I love my drawing. Yeah, I want to draw another one. I never thought about selling them. I never, that never crossed my mind. Like, hey, I can sell this painting to somebody else. Nothing. It was like, wasn't there but for my son. He's like, yeah, I want to sell a painting. That's a different generation. Hmm. Okay. I need to step back. kind of like the paint. No, no, not that much. I need to do something more. Uh, I love this accent. Maybe let me think. Okay, just more green. Yep, I think that's better. Okay, I need to light up here. What about this one? No. If I don't have more options about anything, I'm just going to copy the photograph as much exactly, you know, try to copy that as close as possible. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to change a little bit, like changing the hair. I love that. I love the green, but definitely there is something more that I thinking that I could do, but I don't even know right now what it is. But definitely I will try more things. Okay, I'm just thinking. Okay, thinking. Okay, what about if I add some red here? I don't want these reds to be as intense as this one, but definitely I want just a repetition, a little bit of this color, a little bit. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm thinking right now about obviously color harmony. I have red, I have all is green, a little bit of bluish here, and I'm thinking since I exaggerated the red, I'm thinking about spreading the red a little bit here, a little bit here. I think with that could be enough. Maybe obviously here. What if I create like a reflection here, or reddish reflection on the water? Okay, let's continue painting, just trying to copy the shape of the lily pads. Oh, somebody's asking me about my Instagram. Yeah, on the screen up here, you can see my Instagram. Okay. A daily saying growing up, I used to swim in a pond like that at the back of my mini waterfall with true fish. Wow, amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's continue. I'm just thinking a little bit, okay? Thinking a little bit. We have to think, Okay. I'm going to add more light. Let me pick up pure white just for a minute. I want to add more light here. Here. Mm-hmm. more light here, and then the light goes down. I have a little bit of green with red. Obviously, I'm adding some green of reflection here from the water. Okay, I can add more red to the mouth. Okay. What else things that I don't see on the face because it's too light? Definitely, obviously, we have a shadow here, a little bit of shadow here and here. Let me see if I. Now we have a bump here, a little bit of shadow. Here you know that we have the zygomatic bone that is just here. Zygomatic bone, there is a bump here because of fat tissue. It's the same in this area, zygomatic bone. Okay. We have light here that comes from the muscles up here. The same in this side. Light, 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 light. Okay, and light here. Yeah, those are things that we don't see clearly, but definitely if you're planning to paint a portrait or paint portraits, that we need to learn that by memory as much as possible. It's not going to be a guarantee that because knowing that the portrait is going to be amazing, but definitely that helps. That helps to see more. The more we know about anatomy, it's easier to see more on the surface. Okay, there's a little bit of shadow here in the middle, the glabella. Okay. Let's see. Hello, lollipop. What paint are you using? Oil paints. Okay. Thank you, Dita, for answering. Okay. Hello, Cheryl Marie. Thank you. Okay. I'm squinting down my eyes as much as possible and trying to just get some volume on the face. Okay, what else? What else we have to check out? For example, the corner of the mouth. It's a little bit darker here. A little bit darker here. Okay. We're trying to make this rounded. Kind of difficult to see those things, but we have to squint down our eyes a lot. Okay. Okay, trying to get the roughness here, and basically everywhere. Light, light, light. Okay, a little bit of shadow here. Okay, here, shadow here. Zygomatic bone, shadow here. Okay, not yet. I'm trying to feel, this spherical form of the face. Obviously, we have to always think about the sphere every time that we render it. We render in the face. There is always that thinking about how we can get this rounded form. Okay, the light is hitting here. The problem is this, and it's squinting down my eyes a lot, but definitely is difficult to see. Okay, even if darkening up this photograph, definitely it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be difficult because it's pretty light. That means that we need to use as much as possible all we know about anatomy, about creating some roughness on anything, any object. Okay, let's see. I need to make okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit. Okay, I'm going to blend a little bit. For blending, remember I always use any round brush. I prefer round brushes that uh, where the hair is just like that. You see, it's kind of just ruined brushes. Okay, light is here. I'm gonna move. Okay. Do you have any question? Just let me know, please. Sometimes I just run out of things to say, and I don't know I speak about anything. I would love to tell you more, but sometimes it's just like a little bit difficult to paint and talk at the same time. Oh, I would like to say something that I had a class yesterday. You know, I have my group class Wednesdays in Spanish group class, and I remembered we were speaking about just how to use a dry brush, and it came to my mind one of my teachers that he used to paint just with dry brushes. I mean, the whole process he was just starting almost with really dark, almost black canvas, and on top of that, just working with dry brushes, get even to some really light, almost white areas, and that was pretty amazing. Now, what I remember now, and I have seen one of his paintings like maybe a year ago, maybe more, and I was thinking, wow, it's amazing how this guy works this technique that good. You know, when I was a student, I saw his paintings. I never thought something special about them. It was like, yeah, nice paintings. You know, now it's different, obviously. His paintings, I mean, hasn't changed. I'm the one that have changed, and I know now I see his paintings with different eyes, and I admire all the ability, you know, all the work that he put on his paintings. Something is not okay about the nose. Kind of I lost one of the nostrils right here. What time is it? 4:32. I just remember that I have to take one of my cats to the vet. Okay, I think I need to make this softer. Pretty soft. But I have, you see light here, shadow to create roughness here. This area is lighter, this area is darker. Obviously, I want to have this roundness here on the chin, but I need that all this area. I need to make all this area darker. Okay, and let me see. Here too, it's too bright. Okay, light, light. Okay, I'm starting to feel the roughness on this area here. Now here still, I think I need more work. Okay. Okay, I have shadow here, shadow here. Obviously, I see some light in the photograph here, but I need to make this darker. I'm gonna light up this in a minute. I need to first to feel the roughness here in this area first to establish the volume. Okay, and then I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter like in the photograph. Okay, now let's light up here a little bit, okay. Light up here. Is somebody painting along with me? I would like to know. I mean, not this painting, just, your own project. Hello, corners at one line. Okay, I'm gonna check on that. Thank you. Hello, Brian. Hello, Intesar. Oh, Maggie. Maggie saying that she was painting here with pastel pencils. Oh, that's really, really nice. I love paint and listen music, for example. I mean, and watching a movie. Well, I mean, it's like I see half of the movie because I have to paint. But anyway, I mean, I just, I don't know, maybe just the sound. Listen, and I always find myself that when I see the movie again, that I mean, I have seen just half of the movie. Lately, I'm trying to just listen podcast or anything I can find. Not too much about the news, that these days are pretty difficult. I've been watching the news like daily, but wow, it's just too much. It's just too much. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm trying to ignore anything. We shouldn't ignore anything that's happening, but anyway, it's just like, I don't know, I think we need to take a rest. Could be pretty stressful. Okay, I like it. Let me see. I think I'm gonna soften those edges. I need to step back. Yeah, yeah, I like it. Maybe I'm gonna just move the red a little bit lower. And darken up this area yet. I wanna feel. And let me do something. Sometimes what I do is I turn off my lights here to have a better idea. Can you see if? Let me do this. Can you see where is the light coming from on the top? Yeah, that gave me a good idea. Definitely, that's what I want. I want to be able to see that by squinting down my eyes. Definitely, that's pretty difficult. But anyway, that helps. Yeah. Now I have realized that I need to darken up uh, this area here. Okay, I'm gonna just go darker here and here. On this area with the lower portion, this left portion of the lower lip is kind of the same value. Not this dark, but since the painting is wet, you know that when you add on top of wet painting any color, it's gonna get mixed. More if you blend, that means that this darker color is gonna get kind of lost here. Okay. Calixto, hello, is saying that he's painting digitally. Okay, okay, it's pretty nice. What I have enjoyed a lot, like a few days ago, it was our paint party. That was pretty nice. It's pretty good, for motivation. I'm sharing with everybody, but I mean, it was just for my patrons. Anyway, okay, now I have to think. Okay, I think I'm gonna darken up here more. Yeah, this is what you do when you have something round and you want just to create the illusion that it's turning. Yeah? Now, think about the logic about that. Don't think about what you see there. We can see that if we squint down our eyes, we see a difference in the value, but if we're sometimes we don't see that much. Okay, but I'm trying to do this because I want to see, that the light is coming from up and it's losing strength. I go as it goes down, and at the same time, obviously creating the illusion that this area is turning. At the same time, I think I'm going to narrow the face a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna put some light here, light here, light highlights here too, here in the middle. Just few paint, okay? I don't want to a really intense highlight here on the nose. Yes, I want a really light highlight. Okay, that was too much, I think. I'm gonna soften this. Okay, let me see. I think I should move the shadow a little bit low. No, that's okay. Maybe the highlight a little bit up, or the shadow a little bit up here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I have stayed for a long on the face. Okay. Now I need more lights, highlights here. And I'm gonna make more visible the green for the highlights. Lee Atelier, thank you. Morgan John, thank you. Dita, a frog on her head. Sub Neely saying good night. Wow, 3 a.m. in India. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Blanca is saying transparency of the hair on the right. Here. You mean you like the transparency or you don't like the transparency? Because I like the transparency. Yeah. Okay. What else I have to do? Uh, I have spent a lot of time trying to get the roughness on the face. Okay, that's what I've been doing for the last maybe 30 minutes, and obviously I'm gonna continue doing that. Okay, I'm gonna stop about the face, and let me check out. Let me see the rest. Oh, I was working. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I was working on the lights, on the highlights. Okay, let me see. I see some highlights. Okay, I want those highlights glow a little bit. That's why I'm using contrast. Obviously, if you have red, something dark, like red, a dark red, and you add a light green, that's gonna create contrast. Okay? Contrast between what? Complementary colors. Okay. Okay. I'm using the same green for the hair here. What time is it? I gotta take my cat to the vet. Oh, it's been 2 hours. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Now let's see more red. Okay, okay. I need to step back to be able to see how much red. Okay. Okay, you add a really pure color on the shadow area to create transparency on that area. Okay, that means that if I add more red here, here's the shadow, I create more transparency. Obviously, not to the point that it becomes pure red. No, if I want some pure red, it's gonna be just here on the light because the light is hitting from this side, but it's pretty subtle. But anyway, it's hitting from this side. Okay, okay, I love it. I love it. Yeah. What about if I spread more? Mm, okay, I have to keep the shadows here, the darks. Yeah. How much can I spread this red? Well, let me think. I gotta think. Okay. I'm gonna use some I have here. Oh, I don't see a name, but this is a color that I like a lot. It's cobalt blue. I think cobalt violet. Yes, I think it's cobalt violet. It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark, but obviously, if you see that clearly, it's just like purple, and it's pretty intense. I mean, it's dark, but and its own darkness, you see the intensity of the color, the purple here. Okay, that's good. Okay, I have here too this violet cover glare from Pivio. I love this color. I have this color basically for glazing. Look at that tube. Look at this broken here. I have this maybe for the last 5 years. I just use a little bit for glazing. I'm gonna try just use it here to create more contrast. I'm gonna add. Now what I'm thinking to add this close to the green. Okay. Well, it's kind of the color disappear. Let me add a little bit more. Okay. Obviously, if you have green and you add this color, you create a contrast. But one of these colors have to be the one that, let's say, occupy more space or dominate for some way like the scene. And definitely is the green. It's just like here, the highlights here are green. Basically, this green, the highlights. But you see that works pretty good as highlights. And if you see my painting, like maybe tomorrow, you don't know that I add the green. Maybe you wanna see what color is that? Looks green, but I don't think that's green. Why it should be green? Maybe it's not green. Maybe it's just my eyes. Maybe anything. Okay. Obviously, it's green because I explained contrast. No, it's not like we add contrast all the time. That kind of intense contrast. It just when you feel that you need it to make a painting more colorful. Yeah, you can add it. Like here on the hair, I could add some green on the hair too. Okay, but obviously not a much. Okay, it's getting mixed. Kind of difficult to keep it. I can keep it just some strokes, just a few strokes. Okay. Yeah, I love. Looks like the hair is in fire. Oops, I draw a brush. Okay. Let's continue. Yep. Let's continue. I need to light up this. One of these days, I'm going to make a live stream just to finish up so many paintings that are just unfinished. Maybe never. Because I mean, sometimes I got bored just to go back to a painting, and sometimes even there is some beauty when I see on a unfinished painting. Sometimes there is some beauty about looking up, like let's say the brush strokes that I know that they were part of the process. That's the beginning of the process. Okay, now I need to add more light here. Obviously, in the photograph, we can see a lot of light here. Yep. Yeah. Mm, mm, okay, let's add some light. Okay, I want to work on. I want to work here on this lily pad. Forgot the name. Let me see the questions. Hello, Intisar Hussein, thank you. Hello, 10A55. Which colors are you using? Okay, I'm gonna mention then. Okay, in a minute. Okay. Blanca is asking me about classes. About, no, about the. This streamings, yeah, I used to do it like, no, let's say twice a week. I used to do it like daily, like um, I know that the last year was daily. Now daily, now I have some work to do. I couldn't find the time, but I would love to just finish up what I'm doing and go back to making daily live streams. But I gotta finish up yet what I have to do. And yeah, that was. pretty nice for me, pretty amazing just to go live daily and paint whatever I want. Yeah, definitely I will do it again, maybe next month. I hope. Okay. I'm gonna add some lily. What's the name again? I keep forgetting the name. Lily pots. Okay, lily pots. Okay. Mm. think this eye is maybe too bigger, too big. It's bigger than the other. I have to reduce it or make this bigger. Okay, oh no. Okay, let's see. A little bit of light on this side of the face. This brush is dying. Okay, I'm tired. I would love to do more, but you know what? I gotta go and take one of my cats to the vet and eh, oh, one more thing here. And at the same time, I'm thinking that there are a lot of things to do to this painting. Maybe to get to the point that I would feel like really happy with the painting. I'm really happy with the painting now. I'm really happy. I mean, we're in the process. Like, hey, I just like I am in the 50% or 60% of the process. That's gonna take at least like it could take at least 2 extra hours. Yeah, I think. Right now, I'm happy with what I have here. My focal point, the face. I've been working a lot on the volume of the face, and definitely I think I can work more there. It took me like I think extra time because so difficult to see uh, values when the image is pretty light. Okay, now if you're planning to practice, always try to pick up an image that you can see clearly light and shadows. That's gonna be better for practicing. But any image that's beautiful, definitely painting any image, that's gonna be a nice practice always. Okay, I need to see it from a distance. I need to step back. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. The color is a little bit different, but let me see. I can change the color here. Okay, I think that's gonna be better. And here too. Okay, what else? What else? What else? All right, as an accent. No, think that's pretty good. I'm picking up a little bit of red. A little bit, okay. Now, obviously, I don't want to paint like pretty intense reds here. It's just more like imagine in music you have some repetition of the rhythm, and that's what I'm trying to do with these reds in the background. What do you think about the face? I think now that I step it back, I think I should reduce a little bit the mandible. A little bit. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Let's put some pure red here. Okay, I think that's it for today. I hope you like it. And no, I hope you like it. I hope maybe you have learned something from watching me painting. And see you next time. Yeah, I will try to make a live stream tomorrow. Okay, I'll try. Yeah, because I haven't painted this almost this week. Man, you know what happened when I'm about to finish up? I always, because I'm afraid, that not touch the painting and not gonna be able to retouch the painting in front of the camera. And I start just to put more attention to little things, and sometimes little mistakes started just to pop up at me. And I double thinking about the mandible, like I need a different brush. Okay, this one. I think that's okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, see you tomorrow, maybe. Bye, everybody. Take care. Okay, bye.